Good evening, good evening, good evening, and not good evening to everyone. Some of you may be watching this in the evening time, and some of you all may be watching this in the morning or even in the afternoon. So we'll start with the word hello, hello, and hello.
Hello. Hello.
I am Elder LaShunda Nunnery, and this is my wonderful husband,
Come on.
our brother Elijah. We are the Nunneries. And just want to take the time to welcome you all to our couples month that will be coming up in October of 2022. As you know, each and every October, Gathering of Champions hosts its annual couples month. This month, couples connection will take place beginning Saturday, October 1st, right around the corner. It's just a few days away. So we are so happy and so excited to invite you to our couples connection month. So as I mentioned, beginning Saturday, October 1st, we're going to host our couples kickoff at our location in Marietta. It's located at 1994 Powder Springs Road, and it will begin promptly at 8 a.m. and we will end at noon. At 8 a.m., we are inviting every single couple who is a member, a disciple of our church, thinking about becoming a disciple of our church, next door neighbors to a disciple of our church. We don't care who you are. If you are a couple, if you are married, you're thinking about getting married, you are engaged, you've been dating for a long period of time, you love somebody, we want to invite you to our couples connection month. Again, beginning October 1st, this coming Saturday is our couples kickoff from 8 a.m. to 12 noon. There will be food, there will be fellowship, there will be fun. We have some dynamic speakers who will be coming and participating, and so you do not want to miss it. So we want to take the time to invite you. Also, on Sunday morning, October 2nd, our book reading is going to take place, the 80-80 Marriage, the 80-80 Marriage. It is a wonderful book by a husband and wife team. The last name is Klemp, K-L-E-M-P. Thought I had my book here this evening, but I don't have my book. Eventually, it'll be on the screen, and I'm sure it is. Thank you. It is on the screen for you, but it is by Nate Klemp and Kaylee Klemp. So we invite you to pick this book up. You can order this book through Amazon. It is available. The new model for a happier, stronger relationship. Who doesn't want a happier and stronger relationship? I certainly do. How about you, honey?
I do too. Yes, yes.
I do, and we do, and we are sure others do too. So again, we invite you to Saturday beginning at 8 a.m. And then on Sunday morning, we'll be meeting in the sanctuary at 7 a.m. sharp. We'll be meeting for our MC3 sessions. MC3, what's that? MC3. MC3, honey, this God is just up to something.
Yes.
It is the morning coffee and couples conversations. Morning coffee and couples conversations. So we invite you to come out at 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. to share with other couples as we read and we cover this book.
Yes, and then the following week, which will be the 8th of October, at 8 a.m., we will have intercessory prayer again, starting from 8 to 9. And immediately after intercessory prayer, we will have our garage giveaway, and it will be hosted by the couples. So please come out and support. And the thing we want you to do, if you have anything, items, gently used items that you want to give away, please bring them to the church on Friday between 6 and 8. We will be there to take donations that day there. Please, so come out and support.
Yes, so 6 and 8 p.m. Friday night, we'll be there waiting on your items so that we can have them set up for Saturday morning. And although this is hosted by the couples, it isn't just for couples. We want everyone who is a part of our church to come and bring items, not just couples who have items. We want everybody to bring items. So bring those items that you were considering donating or giving away. We want to make sure that everyone is participating in this community event. So we want you to do that. We want to share with you finally tonight. We want to share with you today, there are 5 different things that we believe that every couple needs. 5 things that every couple needs. Yeah. And we want to share those with you.
Yeah, and I'll talk about the first 2. I believe communication is key in a relationship. Communication. You need to be able to talk to your spouse. Tell them what you like, what you dislike. Tell them how your day was, what's going on in your life, what's going on with you. You know, that's something you need to do. And then on top of that, not only communication, but you need to be able to listen. Lots of time we want to communicate with someone, but we don't want to listen to the person. Listen to hear what they're actually saying to you, because it may be something that you don't like, or maybe something that you do like. But the only way you're going to truly understand what they're saying is if you listen. Amen.
Listening, communicating, and listening. I love it. The third thing that we believe that every couple needs is friendship. You know, I used to say years ago that sometimes I wake up in the mornings and I don't really like my husband. You remember I used to say that, honey? I said, I'm not going to like you today. And it was because me within myself, I didn't like something about me that day. And I just would push that energy towards him. And so because I didn't want it to affect our relationship, I would be upfront enough, through communication to let him know that I don't think I'm gonna like you today. I've grown since then, but I used to say it quite often, at least once a month. I'd say I wake up on the wrong side of the bed and say, I'm not gonna like you today. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get out of your way. And I would leave the house for a couple of hours and I come back and everything was all well.
But now there's some days I tell her, I don't like you today. So it goes both ways.
Right. So y'all can take me off of the, how dare her say that to her husband. Now that he says it to me too. Come on now, somebody. It's okay for you to have friendships with other people. I have a few best friends. I have a best friend, but you know what? Ultimately, my husband is my best friend. And I enjoy letting people know that he is my first responder. Amen. I'm going to let him know if there are things that I need to communicate to others. I communicate those to my husband first. And I think that having that open line of friendship with him or with your spouse makes a big difference.
Yes.
The other thing that couples need as number 4, so not only communication and listening skills, you need a friendship, but you also need honesty. You've got to be honest with one another. I think recently Bishop talked about how sometimes we withhold the information that we ought to give to people who we say are important in our lives. And so I believe that if you value the relationship that you have with your spouse, with your mate, with your significant other, it is important that you are honest with them. Here's the thing. You can be honest with other people, but you can't be honest with the people who live in your home, who you share a space with. You really need to look within yourself and find out what is causing me not to be honest with this person. Because when you discover what that is, you may find out that you need to go to God and search out that issue so that God can send some deliverance, send some change, and send something in you that will allow you to be honest with your mate.
Yes.
Got something else?
No. That's it. That's really good.
Yes. The final thing is that you've got to be transparent. When you think about honesty, point number 4, but the one of the 5 things. But when you think about honesty and transparency actually kind of go hand in hand. I am going to be transparent. Now, my husband knows that I love wearing my hair in different ways. Now, I know this might sound funny, but if I can't take my wig off in front of him, come on, somebody. Let's be real here. If I can't take my wig off in front of my husband and be transparent and take my makeup off in front of him and say, well, when I go to bed tonight, I'm going to go to bed just like this. And then when he goes to sleep, I'm going to get up and wash my face. No. He has to see the real me. He has to see the real me. And there are some days where transparency comes out of us. It flows out of us in a natural way. And then there are some days where you may have to say, you know what, although I don't want to admit this thing, I still got to admit this thing because I know that you need to know this about me. And what that leads to, which we'll talk about in the weeks to come, it leads to being able to pray one for another.
Yes.
And I know that's just a bonus, but we're going to leave it right there because prayer is a whole nother piece that we want to have a whole week of conversations about prayer for couples because it makes the difference.
Yes.
So again, we just wanted to spend this time and invite you because we are so happy about the upcoming events that we are offering at our church.
Yes, we are. And we would love for you to be a part of what's going to take place because I know it's going to not only bless you, but you'll be able to bless somebody else. They may not be at the event, but they may be on your job site. They may be friends of yours or something else, but you'll be able to help them because they may be going through something that you hear at this event that you may be able to share with them to help them turn their situation around.
That's really good, honey. Thank you for saying that because again, when you grow in your marriage, when you mature in your marriage, people should not only see the change, but they need to hear about the change. And so I believe that hearing about the change starts with you being able to share what you hear beginning this coming Saturday. And that book, it's a great book. Start reading your book because each and every Sunday, we will be meeting at 7 a.m. Excuse me, not each and every Sunday, but the 2nd and the 16th, this Sunday, excuse me, the 2nd and the 9th, excuse me, we will definitely be meeting to review that book. And then the final review will be on the fourth Sunday of the month. So we want you again, the 2nd, the 9th, and then the 4th Sunday, which is the 30th. We will be reviewing our book. There are 4 sessions to this book, and we want to make sure that we are covering those. So please order your book. You can order it through Amazon. And we are looking forward to sharing with you. So thank you so much for taking the time. Like, share, and comment what you hear tonight. Share it with someone else. As my husband has mentioned, we are excited to be in fellowship with you for the month of October. And we are so excited to hear what God is getting ready to do in your relationships. God bless you. This is Gathering of Champions, Couples Connection Ministry.